Welcome to another episode of Algorithm versus the Experts. Another super late episode, that is. It's 11 p.m. the night before the fights, and we're barely squeaking it in. John is in the middle of an unnamed third world country. It's Nepal, and I don't know if that's a third world country, but I do know that he has terrible phone service. At 5 in the morning, he says, "Can you podcast right now? I have 30 minutes until the power goes out again, and then who knows when I'll have service again." And no, I could not do it at 5 this morning. I think he's back in 1 week, and then we should be back to more of a regular schedule. My new house is not really in order, so I'm dodging lights on both sides with these weird flashing lights that go on all night long. Anyways, fights this week. UFC 278, Usman versus Edwards 2. Your opening fight of the night is Victor. Ooh, I should practice saying these before we get here. Altamirano versus Daniel Da Silva. Altamirano. That's an interesting last name. Both John and I have Altamirano. Daniel Silva has been in the UFC for a little bit and hasn't especially looked great. Altamirano is coming out of Mexico. And I think this is his first UFC fight. Oh no, he had one other UFC fight. Came off the Contender Series, but almost every single one of this guy's fights have been for LFA, which is a pretty good promotion. Even as an amateur, he was fighting through that organization. Coming out of Mexico, that's interesting. So this guy's probably a prospect. I'd pay attention to him down the line. Both John and I are picking him to win this one. Your second fight of the night is Ari Kilang versus Jay Perrin. I don't actually know that much about Jay Perrin. I looked into him a bit. He's fought some decent guys. Is this his first? Yeah, this is his second UFC fight. With a loss to Mario Bautista. Both of us are picking the Mongolian Knight, Ari Kilang. No, it's not the Mongolian Knight. It's even better. It's the Mongolian Murderer. That's what it is. Third fight of the night. I don't think these things are listed in order. They must change the orders last minute. Amir Albazi versus Francisco Figueiredo. I don't know anything about either of these dudes. Figueiredo's been in the UFC for a little bit. He's the champion's younger brother. He's 3 fights in the UFC. There was no cloud around him when those things happened that I noticed. He seems to be doing all right on the regional circuit. Versus, I don't know who Amir Albazi is either. Although he's doing a little better since he's gotten to the UFC. Oh no, I looked into this guy. This guy actually has beaten all pretty decent opposition the whole way through. Anyways, John and I both have Albazi to win this one. Your next fight, AJ Fletcher versus Ange Lusa. Lusa hasn't looked good in the UFC from what I've seen. Who had he fought? Fletcher has been set up to beat a bunch of cans basically the whole way through, but he's definitely beaten all those cans, right? But yeah, Lusa he's got losses to decent guys, Like Munir Lazaz is pretty good, and Jack De La Maddalena is also really good. But like his only fights here, he hasn't looked great in. I don't know. John picked Lusa. I'm expecting the guy who's supposed to beat Cans to win. I don't think it was actually that bad with AJ Fletcher, but there's a couple of them that are pretty lopsided. Your next fight, Miranda Fear the Maverick versus Shayna. I think it's the Shanimal Young. John highlighted some sort of importance that Miranda Maverick is negative 300. That seems like a lot. I don't think most fights go out to negative 100. Oh, does this fight get pulled? Oh yeah, Young got hospitalized. Okay. Sean Woodson versus Luis Saldana. Yeah, Saldana. Both of us have Woodson. I don't really remember how Saldana did in his previous UFC fights. Phoenix. It would be Jordan Griffin. That's who it was. That would have been the only one that I saw of him. Other than that, all decisions. Everything he's done has been a decision. Yeah. Ooh, Damian Focus. And Justin Lawrence. This dude's been fighting forever. Who is this guy? 31. So Luis Saldana. Fighting. That doesn't make sense. Anyways. We both have Woodson for that fight. Jared Gordon versus Leonardo Santos. Yo, I actually really, really like. Leonardo Santos. And Jared Gooden hasn't done the greatest against high-level grapplers, but he's been doing better and better as time's gone on. I don't know. I just think that Santos has got to be struggling to make weight by now. He's a big dude. He's a big, big dude to make 155. He cut into 155 at 42 years old. Anyways, that's got to be hard. That's got to be crazy. And his last two fights have been losses, both of which I'm pretty sure he's been broken first. So I don't know. I think those two fights after the absence were, I mean, not fluky, but like I don't know. The bike's, when's the wheel gonna fall off? Like he's 42 years old at 155 pounds. I don't know. So I'm taking Gordon, but I wouldn't really be shocked if Santos won that. Tyson Pedro versus Harry Hunsucker. Tyson Pedro should have this one pretty handedly. Both of us agree. Lucille Pudilova versus Yanan Wu. I got that one in the wrong order. Both of these girls have not done well in the UFC. They've done a little better outside of the UFC. This is Pudilova's second stint coming back. We both picked Pudilova. I'm picking her largely because she left and then was able to come back and did pretty well on the regional circuit, which probably means she's learned some stuff and fixed some things, and then hopefully gonna have a better run this time. Marcin Tybura versus Alexander Romanov. Romanov was that dude who had some crazy favorite. He was like like minus 2,000 or minus 1,200 or minus 1,700. I don't know, some crazy number. Like they don't happen. When he fought, I think Chase Sherman last, and he has absolutely looked like he deserves that kind of hype. Like people should be expecting him to win. He's looked really, really, really good. Yeah. Both of us have Romano. Merab Dvalishvili, I think he should be able to drown Jose Aldo. I don't even think it. Like, unless somehow he gets knocked out in round one, there's no way Jose Aldo's going to keep up with that kind of pressure, or to be able to deal with that level of chain wrestling. We both took Dvalishvili. I'm really excited to see that fight, though. That's a really, really interesting fight. Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. I like Rockhold. I'm not 100% sure why I like Rockhold. He looks itchy. And, like, he looks like he needs this in the build-up to the fight. Like, I don't know. It's kind of strange to see. I felt like he was always a little bit more stoic. That has not been the case leading up to this one. But hopefully, I don't know if stoic's the right word. I've got Rockhold, regardless. John has Costa. And then in the main event, I'm calling an upset. I'm calling Rocky. And this one is just to be a contrarian, mostly. I'm good. I think Rocky is going to beat Kamaru. I think he's going to get 3 10-8s along the way. Yes, I'm locking in that pick. And that is your super late, ridiculously fast algorithm versus the experts. Thank you for watching. We'll do more normal episodes starting next week. Have a great night, everybody.